He's one God, but you have three distinct persons. Now, once again, that's not a math equation, that's a God thing. And what I tell my Muslim friends, let's not limit God, let's look at God for who he is.
Right.
Right?
So when Jesus came, would you say he still had full knowledge of, like he had godly knowledge, right? Like if Jesus was fully God, he would still have full knowledge, correct?
He gave up some of that knowledge. He willingly laid it down and became flesh. And
So
once
then
again, he didn't.
Did God lose divinity in then?
No, God did not lose divinity, but he gave up some of his attributes. But it does bear the point I'm making. That when I become a husband to Melanie, I give up my right to pursue other women because I've committed a covenant relationship with my wife, right? And so when Jesus became flesh, he gave up certain attributes, right? But he was still God. So there are times that when Jesus doesn't know the day of his return, right? That's for the Father alone. But yet he still has the attributes of godness that he is, with his glorified body, he is now at the right hand of God, right? He is omnipresent in a real sense, and he is omniscient in a real sense. But just because he willingly laid down those things does not mean he wasn't God.
So
God would have the freedom, I'm going to wrap it up. God would have the freedom to limit himself if he wanted because he's God.
Right. That for us, like the definition of God is that he is all powerful and all knowing. And so it would kind of break the definition of God if he loses something, if he is less, because if now Jesus needs to eat and sleep and we believe him as a prophet, like I said. So if now he lost knowledge of something, we don't believe that he's not God, or he was never God, but God can't lose something, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well,
it would take away from God.
Thank you for being honest in this conversation with me. The only challenge I would encourage you in is to grapple with the two natures of Christ. That he was 100% God, but he was 100% man. So he had two distinct natures. So when Jesus died on the cross, the God side of him didn't die. The fleshly side of him died. And that's what you have to grapple with when you come to a complex God. You have to realize that God's more complex than you and I. And he can't be so simplistic because that makes him eternal.
Right.
And so my biggest encouragement would be for you, my friend, is to go and study the Word of God. Study the Quran also, but study the Word of God because you would see the Holy Bible does not limit God. It honestly portrays God for who he is.